July 27th. My name is Bill McCamley. I'm a state representative from Las Cruces and Mesilla here in New Mexico with your legislative update for the day. So I'm up here in Santa Fe. We're actually having a meeting regarding taxation, and I'll go more into that in later of these updates. But the news this morning on a national front is that the economy is going very well nationwide. The GDP is up. Unemployment is at record lows, and even here in New Mexico, that's gotten better, even though we're still the third worst in the country. But having the unemployment rate come down is good. The problem that we're seeing is that wage growth, even after years and years of increased economic activity, one of the longest in American history, is wages has stayed stagnant. And that's not just an issue here in the United States. That's been an issue in nations worldwide. And that's a real problem, right? If people are working hard, but they're not able to make more money, that hurts a whole lot of other areas of their lives, and also makes people wonder what the heck's going on. And basically what that means is that the economic recession, other than people, they are having jobs that they were unemployed before, but the vast benefit of getting out of the recession and the recovery goes to very, very wealthy people. And that's why you're seeing inequality go up so much. So why are wages not going up? There's a bunch of different reasons for that people have. The fact that there are less and less companies, so Apple, Google, Amazon, there's not a lot of competition when you're looking for jobs. The lower union participation leaves workers with less bargaining power. The fact that people are on contract gigs, that's what this gig economy thing is. I work for Uber or I work for Lyft, and I'm not a full-time employee, I'm a contract worker, that sort of thing. And one of the examples we see of how this is bad is that young families are deciding not to have children. The fertility rate in the United States is at one of its all-time lows. And the New York Times did a poll of young families between, I think, the ages of 18 and 35 and said, why aren't you having kids? And 7 out of the top 10 reasons were economic reasons. Examples include childcare is too expensive. That was the number one. They have economic worries about what the future is going to be like. They straight up can't afford it right now, or there's no access or little access to paid family leave so they can take time with their kids. And this is a huge issue. If people don't want to have kids because of economic reasons, even if they'd want to otherwise, that leads to a whole other societal issue. So we as a state have the ability to do something about this, and we have elections coming up. So what are some of the questions, if you think about this and want to see wages get raised, you should ask the people running for governor and the people running for legislature. Number one, are you in favor of raising the minimum wage? We haven't raised the minimum wage here in New Mexico in, I think, 10 years. We're still one of the lowest in the country, and you see places like Colorado and Arizona raising their minimum wages, and their economies are much better than ours. So there's no reason that we shouldn't raise the minimum wage and then tag it so that it goes up with inflation, so you don't have to keep raising it by law over and over again. It just keeps going up to match where the economy is. Number two, we should put laws in that try to keep unions strong for people that want to be in labor unions. The fact that they do have collective bargaining power means that they're able to bargain for higher wages. And when unions bargain for their folks to get higher wages, that means everybody else's wages tend to go up too, because workers can say, hey, look, if they have higher wages over at that store where there's unions, I'm going to go work over there, and that makes everybody raise wages. So we should be fighting to have stronger unions. They've been in decline for 60 or 70 years here in the United States, and that is one of the reasons that wages, a lot of people think, are not going up. We should have a state law for family and sick leave. There's a lot of states that have decided we're going to put in a state regulation to make companies give family leave when they have a kid, give sick leave when they have time off to take care of their ailing family members. And that's one of the big reasons that the New York Times studied that people don't want to have kids. And we should have more support for childcare and early childhood education as a state. And we go off about early childhood education and how it's so good in all these ways for the kids. It also allows prospective parents to say, hey, look, if I decide to have kids and I can get some support and lower those costs, that'll make me more amenable to doing so. So these are some of the real concrete things that we as a state can do to help raise wages and also make people feel more comfortable when they want to have families. So thanks everybody for watching this. I really appreciate it. As always, if you have questions, comments, or concerns on these or any of the issues, I'd love to answer them for you, and hope everyone has a great weekend. Bye.